on, back at it again. Drams on deck. And today, I got another heavy hitter for y'all. Got the Don Julio 1942. And if most of y'all know this, if you go out, you go to parties, weddings, clubs, especially in the club, you see this is synonymous now. This is a very known commodity. So, 1942. I had this for a while, so it's time to review it. Before I was about to kill the bottle, I was like, I need to definitely know to review it. So, this doesn't really need a whole lot of introduction, but I will give it nonetheless. I am a big fan of tequila. I love tequilas. In particular, I like Añejos, the darker one, the aged ones, because it's more like whiskey. I guess the lighter ones, I guess more for like margaritas in my personal opinion, but sipping wise, I think the darker Añejos or extra Añejos go a little bit better for sipping wise. That's just my personal preference. Be it as it may, this is the Don Julio Extra Añejos, 1942, and if you have, some people have never seen the box before because you've seen it in the club, but this is what it looks like right here. And if you open it up, the bottle sits up in there. It's a pretty nice presentation. It's not bad. Pretty gold inside. Has a little talk about and the back of it here. But yeah. So this is my second bottle of that I've had. This is one of my favorite tequilas. This is one of them. I have several. This is one of many. But this is 1942. And if you take a look at the color on this thing, it is very light. Actually, this is a chill glass, so you know, it's a little foggy, but it is a very light color. It's like maybe lighter than apple juice. So even though it's aged, it's not extra Añejo, so it's not super dark or anything like that. But it's very light colored though. So right here on the nose, I'm picking up agave. The agave plant for tequila, I pick up very front. I also picking up a little bit of honey, a little vanilla. It smells sweet. Like a very sweet, almost like a mixed candy or something, but on a light tip, not heavy though. Agave, vanilla, slightly sweet. That's what I'm smelling. This particular bottle, I've had this bottle for probably had at least 8 months. This is the second one I've had. Typically, when I go to get my tequilas, I like to get different kinds. This is more of the known ones. Me being in San Diego, we're close to Mexico, so there's stores around here that have tequila that you've never even seen or heard before from other parts of the country. Like, I used to live on the East Coast, and things that I see out here as far as tequilas go, you would never see out east. So because of that, I've gotten experience with a lot of different tequilas. Some of I reviewed, some I'm going to be reviewing in the future. And so more so that, you know, before I moved out to the West Coast, you know, this was pretty much top of the line. And for most people, like, okay, you got some 1942, you know, that's the big boy. But when I come out here, I'm like, it's almost like it's just another tequila out here, you know. So, and that's not to take anything away from it, because it's a very good tequila. It is. I like it. But when I got exposed to all these different other ones, that there are some of them very privately owned distributors out here that make great tequilas that are very much in comparison with this, so, or even better. So I'll be reviewing those as well. But nevertheless, I definitely enjoy it, and you will see this is very common out here. This particular bottle ran me around $120. I've seen the cheapest I've ever seen this is $100. I was at Total Wines and Spirits in Texas, like in Houston area, and typically in Georgia and in Texas, two states I do frequently visit. I definitely noticed that the spirit is typically a lot cheaper there, obviously, than it is in California. So for me, this is usually when I go to when I go to Georgia or when I go to Texas, I do a lot more buying there because I can get more bang for my buck. Like I said, for back in Texas, I can get this for $100. Here, it's gonna run me about $130, so you know, or $120 in that ballpark. So anyway, on the palate. It's a good drink. I pick up agave, honey, and vanilla. Well, almost what I smell on the palate. It's very creamy too for me. Coats the palate well. I don't get a burn. That's the thing about it. When I enjoy my spirits, I don't like getting like a dry or harsh burn. I don't get that. It went down smooth. You get the agave, you get the sweetness, you get the honey. Even though it's an aged tequila, sometimes the more aged it is, the less agave plant that you taste, but this I could taste it very prevalent. So I enjoy it. This is very neat. I don't put it on the rocks. I don't mix it with anything. To me, it'd be downright criminal to do something like that. To put this in a margarita, I mean, you could, but why? You know what I'm saying? Get you some 1800 or something. Don't do that with this, please. Don't do that. That's just my pet peeve. Please don't put this in no margarita. Don't do it. I like it neat, and it's like I said, it's very sweet. I think that's the way it's supposed to be enjoyed. That's why it's designed to do it that way. This right here is a very pleasant one. So. Open the bottle. Smooth. Like I said, straight honey, a little bit of vanilla, and agave. Goes down smooth. It's very enjoyable. No burn, no harshness to it. If I had to grade this, 10 being the best, I would give this an 8.5 for me. Solid 8.5. Easy. I enjoyed it. I guess if I had to take any negative part about it, it's more about the price than it is the taste. The taste is good. Price-wise, there's other tequilas that I've enjoyed out here that are a little bit cheaper than this, believe it or not. This is almost like how Hennessy is to cognac. Hennessy is nowhere near the best cognac. It's very good, don't get me wrong, but I'm just having there are other cognacs that are more privately owned that are very staple in the cognac community. Same way with tequila. There's a lot of tequilas that are just as good or maybe even better, but just not as known. So the marketing of Don Julio. Nevertheless, it is a very good tequila. So I give it a solid 8.5 easy. Like I said, so depending on where you go, depending on the price. I definitely enjoy it. This is one of the staples in my collection. And so definitely, if you have not had this before, check it out. Even if you get the Don Julio, just a regular manual, not this one, that's pretty good as well. So anyway, signing off. Drams on deck.